This search stems from an attack in broad daylight this afternoon. Sources telling Fox 5 it happened while the victim was sunbathing.
Let's get right to Fox 5's Michelle Ross, who's live in Central Park with the very latest. Michelle, what do we know?
Natasha, Teresa, this happened more than 3 hours ago, and there is still a heavy police presence here in the park. Now, you can see that there are detectives gathered behind me, and further up into the park, you can see members of the NYPD's Emergency Service Unit further into the woods. The suspect has still not been found. We are here on West Drive, where there are many cyclists and runners that have been passing by, but where this attempted rape happened was deeper in a more secluded area. Our photojournalists had to walk through the woods to get to the scene of the crime, and you can see this patch of grass surrounded by trees. This happened in the Great Hill area of the park near West 104th Street. Now, it's not in an entirely remote part of the park, but is secluded where it's off the beaten path. A source says the victim was sunbathing at the time when the suspect attempted to rape her. This happened at around 1:30 this afternoon, and we spoke to a cyclist here in the park who was disturbed hearing the time of day that this happened.
Years ago when I ran up the hills, I remember somebody was a little too close for comfort for me. So, and I guess just, what you hear, but I'm not afraid. I mean, I'm going to still keep going. I just wish there wasn't a 1:30 in the afternoon. And I'm hoping she's safe.
Now, the victim was able to run off and call police. Again, the suspect has still not been found, but the victim has been cooperating with police to identify this person. The NYPD will be holding a press conference any moment now. So when we get those details and any updates, we'll update you on the 6 o'clock news. We're live here in
Latest on the investigation.
Out here until we feel that this perpetrator is off the street. So today, with me, I have the commanding officer of Central Park. I have the Deputy Chief Greeny of Manhattan North. I have Deputy Commissioner of Operations, Kaz Daughtry, and you're going to be addressed by the Chief Patrol, John Shell. So, Chief Patrol.
At approximately 1:30 this afternoon, in the Great Hill section of Central Park, located in West Drive and West 104th Street, we had a female sexually attacked while she was sunbathing. What we know right now is this: we have a female white 21 who was sunbathing. She sees a male black coming towards her, exposing himself. She screams and gets up to run. He tackles her from behind, and he is able to fight him off, and he runs southbound down the West Drive. He is the following: male black in his 30s, about 6 feet, medium build, wearing a light colored shirt and shorts. He also has curly hair. The female has been removed to a local hospital, and she's with our special victims detectives as we speak. As the commissioner said, we have a level 2 mobilization in this park as we speak. Heavy resources will remain here to assist our detective bureau as they scour the park for witnesses and exterior cameras around the park and extended from the park. Okay. If anyone has any information about this sexual assault, please call 1-800-577-TIPS. 1-800-577-TIPS. With that being said, I'll open it up to any questions you might have.
Was she alone, and did he say anything?
She was alone in a section of that park. It's like you can get sun there, but it's between the Central Park West and the drive where you would take sun. Don't know what statements he made right now. Our special victims detectives will be going through that.
Do you know if anybody jumped in the bumper or anything? Any witnesses that may have seen her jump there?
Right now, it appears she was by herself taking the sun, but the detective bureau will be going through any other witnesses that are around that area.
Take us through the chronology of exactly what happened, how long did it take, step by step.
Well, it's a little early to go into that, but like I said, around 1:30, she is sunbathing on a nice day in Central Park. She sees a male coming towards her, exposing himself. She gets up, screams to run. Like I said, he tackles her, and she fights him a second time to get him off, and he runs south down the drive. Exact time frame, I'm not going to go into right now. He tackled her from behind, trying to get on top of her, and she valiantly fought him off a second time. So
What about the injuries?
right now, she's been removed to a local hospital. They're going to that right now.
Any other on-topic questions? What is the level 2 organization?
That'll be all our strategic response groups converging in this park right now. And right now, we're searching every part of this block for park for witnesses or any evidence we might find. So we're cutting the park in pieces. Everyone's got a piece, and they're going out to get witnesses. Well, there's going to be numerous uniform officers, detective bureau. You see our drones ahead. Crime Stoppers will be out here. Our temporary headquarters will be here throughout the night. We'll have our sketch artists work on any sketches if need be, if we do not get a video sooner than later.
I want Commissioner Daughtry.
We got a question right here.
I'll let Commissioner Daughtry address the resources well with the drones and Central Park, specifically with Central Park.
Yeah. Thank you, Kimberly. Kaz Daughtry, Deputy Commissioner of Operations. This was the last of the pilot program that we're doing with the drone as a first responder program. So this park, Central Park, has been identified as the 5th location. That means drones will be placed on top of the roof of the Central Park precinct, and the pilots will be located at the Joint Operations Center at One Police Plaza. As we speak, starting last Friday, the drones have been autonomously flying by themselves, remotely operated at One Police Plaza. So we should be done by the end of, I would say the end of July, the beginning of August, where the drone as a first responder program for Central Park Precinct will be up and running. Yeah. So, yep. So as you remember, I think
police holding a press conference. Police holding a press conference at the scene of an attempted sexual assault in Central Park. It happened a few hours ago in the area of Central Park West and West Drive. A 21-year-old was sunbathing where a man attacked her. She managed to fight him off.
Fight him off twice, police just revealed here. That man described to be in his 30s, about 6 feet tall, curly hair, a black male. Police officers sharing with us right now, he is still on the run. They are using drones and also looking through security camera footage to try to get an identity on this suspect, and also the victim, getting with the victim to hopefully come up with a composite sketch of this suspect that attacked this 21-year-old woman who was sunbathing by herself in Central Park this afternoon. Of course, we'll continue to cover this. Dave Carlin is also at the scene, and we will have an update coming up at 6 o'clock.